Okay, can we start by uh, telling us about your work?
That work was made at 1977 at the first time. That's in I show that work in the second of a new art movement.
Second exhibition.
Second
of
exhibition of new art movement show. At the time, the situation or that work, my work usually using the social and political issues, and at the time the social and political issues where the military is very strong, and they usually use a gun to supporting their power. So that's a lot of people was unconfident with that, and also some of the people injured or died because of they killed by military using the gun. So I just try to make it
reverse.
Yeah, make it a reverse between the military and the people. How if the people have a gun, and how if the military not have a gun. So the idea of this thing, so I share to the people using the pistol crackers, and then I say that what do you think if all of these pistol crackers become a real pistol, and what you want to do, and they write their opinion, their answer. That's to showing what they thinking about if they become a military. So that's the position was reversed between military and the people.
And what was the response from most of the people who wrote down in the book?
Yeah, mostly the people writing in the book is about they will against, or they don't like the military and also the Suharto, and using that gun to against or to make a revolution or something like that, because they don't like Suharto's as a president who very repressing the people.
And this work is part of your series featuring guns or arms, right? Can you tell me more about the previous work and also the works following this work?
Yes.
That also use this idiom of weapon.
Yes. At 1975, when the first new art movement exhibition, I already make an artwork using a gun.
This is
plastic
plastic.
plastic guns, like the most top 75, and also plastic pistol in a plastic bag. So that's a series about gun. A series who I criticize the military who using a gun to supporting their power, and of course I'm not agree with that. So I'm criticize the military using the gun or plastic gun or toys gun as a metaphor of a gun who used by military to repress the people. Yeah, and after that, so I also make some works offering. So in Japanese tradition, we have like a ceremony who offer to the god. So in that offering, I put some toys gun and also toys military, small toys military as an offering to the god, to show that the military must be disappear from our social life. Something like military must back to the barrack, and they just only using a gun to protect the country and also the people, not to kill the people using that gun, not to kill the people. That's what I'm thinking, and then I still make another works using a gun in drawing and some works.
And were there any response or censorship to this kind of work, because it's very critical to the government?
Yeah. At the time, our work is very new in the art scene. So it's look like that. Not just only the military, maybe also the art critic and also the art scene in Indonesia. They not really understand about the visual like that. I mean, what kind of artwork like that can call art, something like that. But fortunately, because of the military not understand about that, so we are safe. And also maybe the military also thinking that visual art cannot influence a lot of people to make a movement, like theater or literature or song. That's very controlled by the military or by the government, because they're thinking that the literature, theater or a song, they can influence the people to make a movement, social movement. But visual art is not or less political. They're thinking like that, so they they're not controlling us very tight. So that's lucky. So we can make a lot of criticize using the visual art.
And what about the fact that it cannot be easily understood by the people? Why do you use this strategy of like using the ready-made daily objects of like to express your ideas, considering that this is not an easy idioms or language to be understood by the people?
Yeah. About the understanding or of the people about this work, I've got the fact that the people understand about that. That's what's the second is when the new art movement show, always a lot of people come to see that show. And when I ask some people, they say that yeah, I understand. This is about the military and this is about the social and political issues. They understand about that because we use the found object, the daily life object that we found in the object that we found in our daily life. So that's also our strategy, that if we use an object who are in our daily life, so they can understand what is the meaning of. They know that this is the plastic gun. It means that that is connected with the gun with the military. So that's very easy for them to understand about that. But for the artistic, they not understand because they already has stereotype or preference about what kind of art. Art just only painting, sculpture, and print. And the work like this usually not an art. So they not understand what kind of art like this. So mostly the old art critic, they say that this is not an art. But the young art critic, they try to understand and they talk with us and then they understand and then they write in a newspaper. So at that time during the new art movement, there is like a polemic between old art critic and the young art critic who supporting us. They say that this is new art, and the old art critics say that this is not an art because we not understand about. We just only know that art is a painting, sculpture, and print, and this is not an art because that's not. We cannot indicate in that theory something like that.
Can you tell me more about this movement, this Indonesian New Art movement? How did it start and how did it last eventually? Because I know that this is not a long movement, like it only lasts for maybe 1 decade.
Yes. Before 1975, there is a polemic between Sujoyono and Osman Effendi about talking about Indonesian identity in art. in painting. And then we are, as a student at the time, also a young artist, we're thinking that if we still using the Western technique to make an art, to producing an art, or a Western media like a painting or sculpture, the people always say it, or the art critic always judge us as this is a Western. So we thinking that how to make an art who can indicate that this is Indonesian. We have an Indonesian identity in our art. So we are thinking that maybe we are not using the Western media. We try to find any kind of object that we can put it in a gallery as an art. And then the people, the architect cannot indicate that this is from the Western theory or Western media. And then after that, so Sanento, we meet with Sanento Yuliman. And then Sanento Yuliman introduced us to some young artists in Bandung. And then we met with them, and then we make a discussion, and then we thinking that we must to try to find our identity in visual art, who cannot connect it with the Western way of thinking or visual art theory or something like that. And then we make a group called a movement we call a New Art Movement. And the New Art Movement just only from 75 until 79. But after our first show, there's a lot of young artists in Jogja and also Bandung follow our practicing. So that's make even the movement just only 4 years, but we gave a lot of influence for the young artists at the time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.